This episode is brought to you by the Ultimate Girls Trip. Here is our reoccurring daydream. Us at a drool-worthy pool, surrounded by our business besties. We just finished a powerful exercise on building our dream lives and executing our business goals. Join us if you are ready to be celebrated for taking up space, to feel purposeful, and to live a life of fulfillment. Go to proofitspossible.com for more info. Welcome to Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are multifaceted entrepreneurs, the founders of the Ultimate Girls Trip, and the hosts of Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are also sisters, best friends, and complete opposites, but somehow we always manage to stay on the same team. Join us every week to hear our thoughts on all things entrepreneurship, friendship, family, pop culture, and more. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Today, Jamie and I are so excited because we're in person together, which we love. And it seems like this happens way more in the summer. Our last chance to do this was last summer.
Yeah.
That was our last live taping. So we're together again and it feels so good. Today,
whoa, the last time we did it was that a whole year ago?
Almost in August,
oh my God. Okay.
But today we are going to talk about how closely aligned our health is with our businesses. And is your personal health a predictor of how well you do in your business, how well your business does? So what are your thoughts?
I don't know. This goes back to the how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yes.
Which I don't believe to be true. So
well, you go back and you go back.
I go back and forth. I go back and forth. But I think everyone has a scale. You have a scale of what you think is acceptable. And I don't dip below my scale, but there's times when I'm doing a really great job at keeping things organized. And then there's times when I'm it's busy season and the laundry's not always done. And,
right.
All the things.
Your health isn't the laundry. So
my mental health is the laundry.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
My mental health is my space, the space that I occupy. Currently, if you took a look at my office, it's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It has piles of receipts.
Because you're not doing so good with your mental health.
No, because it's busy. It's busy season.
Yeah, for sure.
So I do think that and the busier I get, the less I take time to be healthy.
Right.
What can I grab to eat?
Yes.
It's not I should probably grill some chicken and put together a nice salad. It's
Definitely.
Okay, a handful of goldfish and.
But my question is, and what I think about it is I'm a firm believer in how you do something is how you do everything. So do I think my business does better when I'm firing on all cylinders, feeling good about my workouts, feeling proud about myself, feeling great about the way I eat? 100%. I do better at business when I'm doing better with my health. Period.
I also think that, and I'm sure there's some psychology behind this and somebody that I should be giving credit to, but I do think that the less you do, the less you want to do. So if
Absolutely.
Your business isn't busy, it feels like a way bigger chore to just get the ball rolling again and do the thing. And whether
once
your
you got out of routine,
or once you're out of routine, it's really hard to get back into it and to really feel motivated to do that. But I also think that psychologically, truly, the less you do, the less you want to do. So if you're sitting on the couch lazing around, the less you want to get up and move your body, go for a walk, go for a run,
once you get out, you're going to yoga or doing the workout. To get back to it, once you're back into the groove of it, you're oh, I can't miss this. This is so important to me. But once you get out, after vacation or if the course ends or whatever it looks like, your 6-week challenge is done. All of a sudden, you're this feels so good to do nothing, and then it feels really good to stay doing nothing for a while until you're off the rails.
Until you're sick of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm kind of at the I'm sick of myself point.
I feel sick of myself by the way, the state of my office.
Exactly.
I'm over it, and I also am hiring. If anyone would like to come clean my office, please.
Exactly. And all the closets.
Seriously, I do think that your physical health is pretty a pretty good reflection of where you're struggling in your business as well. Like, because it's busy season for me, I'm, I haven't done my expenses in months.
You haven't?
Months.
Oh gosh.
No. Yeah, because it's one of those things that it's like, I'm only disappointing myself.
Yeah.
Like, it's only me that I owe the money to. So I just like put all the receipts in a pile off to the side. And I'm like, I'll get to that at a later date. But I also think that like my inability to ask for help and trust others to do it as good as I did
totally
reflects in like, my house, my business, my personal life. Like, I'm always just like, no, I'd rather just do it because I can do it faster. And
you have to train somebody to do something.
It's time consuming.
Exactly. So that takes its own time. And the thing is, that person isn't necessarily dedicated to you after that. So you can train them, and then they're gone because they got a different job or they want to, do something different. And it's like, well, then I still don't have the job done. Like, I still have to either train somebody else or do it myself.
Well, and right now I'm like really into processes. Like
what?
One of the things that I'm like is not efficient is how my employees submit their timesheets. I'm like, it's just not an efficient way of doing things. There's got to be a more efficient way to do it. So I did a little research, but I don't fill out timesheets, so I have no point of reference. Right. So I put it into the hands of the people that do fill out the timesheets to be like, have you seen an app that has a great timesheet? Do you know of any great timesheet? But I'm just in this like overall simplification of everything in my business, in my personal life. Like, I'm fantasizing about a like home organizer coming.
Me too.
Cleaning out and taking away all of the things I don't use, don't need, don't want. And the same is true in my business. Like, I'm like, what can I hand off? Like, what can I make simpler, more efficient, more practical, easier? What doesn't need to be done by me and can be outsourced? Can I hire somebody? Can I get a virtual assistant? Can I do all the things? Like, I'm in a season of just like looking at the processes and what's not working.
For sure. Yeah. And like, I am terrible at giving away a job because when I do give away a job, I'm not always pleased with the job because I have a way of doing things that I like. I have a standard that I expect. And sometimes I just need it done on a schedule that the person that's available to do it or I've hired to do it isn't available. And then it's like, well, I have to do this anyway, so I might as well just get it done. And that sucks because it's like, I would love to hand off some jobs. Where I feel like I'm good at handing off jobs though, that do give me a lot of mental health and like tons of peace and whatever, is I will bring in like the house organizer, the house cleaner, the house, like, cause I can't do the deep scrubbing of my house because I'm just not physically able. So I can't let that just go. I'm not willing to just say no to it. So I bring in the person, and thank God for her. She's so wonderful. My next thing though, I think I'm going home after this to like get the house organizer. I want drawers. I want closets. I want to look everywhere in my house and feel complete peace. And it must be spring. Like, that's why they call it spring cleaning. It's why it's like a thing.
Jen Tutu just posted about a girl. Well, I had private messaged her because she's reorganizing her home. And I was like, who's doing this with you? It looks in your photos, it looks like there's somebody helping you. She's like, yes, oh my God, she's wonderful. Her name's Lisa or something. And I was like, no, I need full first and last. I'm going to need business card. I'm going to need you to make a connection. I'm going to need to know.
I need an email with her.
I need a deeper dive on who Lisa is.
Totally.
So anyways, then she posted she wrote me back and then she posted or shared the girl's contact information. And that is the next step. Like, I'm committing to.
But that takes time. Like, the days that we have somebody come to help us, they don't decide what clothes we want to keep. They don't decide.
And that's my biggest holdback is that I was like,
which day
she's going to need me.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's another job that needs you. But it'll feel good when it's done. It'll feel good when you figure out the timesheets. It'll feel good when you aren't getting like the wrong information on your timesheets and can just easily input everybody's information. Like, that's the part of getting processes that totally matters. But I will say, like, back to the conversation about health, don't you get this like almost euphoric high when you're like, hey, I worked out today, like, or I went on my walk, I ate great food that was really nice and healthy. Like, you did all the things that like empower yourself, and you feel like you have those days and you're like, wow, that today was a great day. And like, they're not very often. They're not every day where you're like, I did it all. I did all the things perfect. But like,
I'm not even at the like did it all phase. I'm like, if I can get like
one of the areas,
if I can get 4 out of 8 of things on my to-do list checked off, I feel like I could do anything.
For sure.
Could accomplish anything.
For sure. But for me, I look at health in 3 ways. I look at it as like physical health, mental health, and then like kind of spiritual, or like doing something for myself that's like joyful. And I just really like to tick off each box. So like it can be a small little workout on my bike, and then it could be just like getting work done or getting something done around my house that's important to me. And then that would be like put away all the laundry, so that it's like the mental clarity and peace that I'm looking for my like mental health. And then it's or listen to a great podcast or whatever. But then the like doing something that is like fitting that all in with the job, like the jobs of life and the things you can't not do. And where I really dropped the ball, like I feel like you're way better at this, is eating properly, because I never take something out the night before. I have terrible habits, like, and I know all good things come from good habits, and that's one of my worst habits. I'm like, what can I make that can be pulled out frozen, made right now, and will take 2 minutes?
I'm really good, except in the spring.
Yes, the spring's hard with your kids.
We play sports 7 days a week after school, like 5 days a week after school, 7 days a week total.
Yeah.
And oftentimes more than one child in a different part of the city. So I just fully don't have time to do any of the things. And like, I don't even have time to work out. I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning. I work for a few hours before I get the kids ready for school. And then I work for a couple more hours, and then I do just everyday tasks, like just the things, go grocery shopping. And this is the other thing. I might be the only human being on the planet that hasn't signed up for Instacart. Yeah, I have never had my groceries delivered.
Well, don't. You should do it.
I feel like it's
got its bad side. It's
such a control thing for me. I'm like,
it's worth it.
I don't want your rotten grapes. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. I don't buy meat, and I buy just certain produce.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like when you just need that big Costco order delivered to the door.
What a friend of mine said to me, she had just had her like preteen daughter's sleepover birthday the night before. I went to her house the next day, and she's like, I just spent the last 3 hours rage cleaning and ordered Instacart. So while I was rage cleaning, my groceries got delivered so that I didn't have to spend those 3 hours at the grocery store or driving to and from. And I was like, I need that. I need to rage clean. I need to rage do anything at this point. Like,
well, and the thing about getting your groceries, like you don't have to get the little small, like once or twice a week groceries from the grocery store, but you know at like a Costco what you're getting. If they have grapes, it'll be the grapes that you want. If they only have 2 kinds of grapes, or they only have 1 kind of grape, so.
I know, but sometimes they're hard and firm and delicious, and sometimes they're soggy and gross.
The kids will eat them.
No, they actually won't.
Wow, that's true.
These grapes were $36 and nobody's touched them. It hurts.
Totally. But man, does it feel good when you like align it all? When you get it all sorted, or you get even like 2 of the boxes of your
that's what I'm saying.
Ticks
if you even do like 2/3 of what you wanted to get done, for me anyways, I feel like I'm floating. Like I'm like,
I'm flying high. I go to bed just like my arm's sore from patting myself on the back. Like I'm just hitting.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
If I get through all my emails, I'm like, wow, what a day. Unbelievable. Same. You're a superstar.
Same.
So my standards are low.
Mine too. And I mean, I'm trying my best, guys. Like, I think we all are. I think that's part of entrepreneurship, is like you have these days where you're like, I'm on fire. I'm on top of the world. I did it all. I did it well. I do the things I do so well. And then there's days where I'm like, what? I shouldn't do this. It's too hard. Everything's too hard.
Yeah. There's days when you feel like you're swimming up the current.
Yeah. Totally.
Against the current. Whatever the saying is.
Yeah. You guys know how we do our
not like a salmon.
Old man sayings, then we get them wrong every time. That's part of the fun here. Okay, we would absolutely love to hear how your mental, physical, spiritual health has affected your business in good ways as well as bad ways. What are the habits that you care about? All the fun stuff about health and business mixed together. Have a great day. We are so grateful you're here.
It would mean the world to us if you'll subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel and leave us a review.
If you want to hear more from us, go to proofitspossible.com to join our mailing list and find our social links so you don't miss a thing.
Thanks, and chat next time.